Good morning, Karen.
All right, Senator, what do you make of all these changes, these substitutions over the last weekend?
Well, interesting times indeed. What's happening now showcases the convoluted narrative of the state of politics in the country. Sabi nga nung kaibigan kong Amerikano na matagal na rito, only in the Philippines. Medyo magulo, but interesting times. Let's take it one at a time, and let's see what happens today.
Okay, now, what was your initial reaction with the possibility of two Dutertes, father and daughter, running against each other, or the president claiming he did not know that his daughter filed?
Personally, I'm not surprised anymore.
Okay, why is that?
Well, you know naman how the father and daughter are in terms of relationship, particularly or specifically sa politics.
Okay, but do you already see this as a mockery of our substitution rule?
We need to legislate because as of now, there's no legislation. There's nothing in the law that prohibits the COMELEC from issuing resolutions, changing resolutions. So ganyan na naging situation. So Senate President and I, Senate President Tito Soto and I agreed that we should really take a serious look at the in amending the Omnibus Election Code to make it more or less permanent. Kasi pagka nasa batas na, COMELEC cannot issue resolutions contrary to what is provided in the law that we will pass.
Okay, now there are two things. Some have suggested that the voluntary provision in the substitution rule should be abolished, that it's only involuntary substitution that should be left.
Correct. Ang dapat kasama lang in case of death or incapacity or disqualification. Nothing more. Kasi pagka voluntary, doon lumalabas yung abuso. Magpa-file, knowing fully well na hindi naman talaga tutuloy. Parang hoping against hope that the intended person na magpa-file magbabago ng isip. So you're correct in that regard. That we should really eliminate or prohibit yung mga voluntary substitution or voluntary filing for possible substitution.
Now, Senator, there were also some sectors that were frankly turned off by what happened over the weekend. What do you make? I'm sure you've heard these reactions.
Yes, but kami ni Senate President, hindi kami ma-distract because matagal na namin pinag-usapan. Kahit ano mangyari, kahit sino yung makatapat, we'll be focused on presenting our platform of government, our roadmap in the next 6 years, and the issues involved. Sa dami ng problema ng bansa, doon na lang kami nakatutok in finding solutions and offering the solutions that we have in mind with the help of our advisors, the experts, the resource persons. Doon lang kami. So hindi kami masyadong distracted sa nangyayaring gulo sa politika sa Pilipinas.
Yes. I'll get to your plans later on. But you also have some observations that the president may be overplaying his hand. Do you have the same sense?
He always overplays his hand, in almost every affair or yung sa mga affairs sa gobyerno. Nakita na naman natin yan for the past 5 years or so. So nothing else is new, Karen.
Okay, all right. Is this a good time for the opposition to unite?
Well,
you've heard talks. Yeah.
Yes, there were talks of unification, but at this point in time, I doubt it. In my case, so many people have been involved. At the time when we were talking about unification, okay pa kasi konti lang yung kakausapin. I have Speaker Alvarez in my team. I have the former DIG Secretary Ronaldo Puno in my team. I have a whole lot of people, na we're working together. And we're growing. I'm glad that I have Partido Reforma behind me. We are now, 377,000 strong. and we keep building up by the day. There's so many volunteers. Ang focus namin ngayon is grassroots, on top of course, the usual messaging platforms like the social media and of course the mainstream media. Pero mas focus kami sa grassroots organization. And these are intangibles, as we speak right now. But at the proper time, I think it will help boost our candidacy.
And Senator, how do you feel about the recent SWS survey? One would ask, doesn't this discourage you? You have Senator Bongbong Marcos, the former senator, at 40+% already, and then you have Vice President Lenny at a far number 2, and Manila Mayor Isko at number 3.
As I mentioned earlier, I'm not distracted. And I'm encouraged by the hard work being displayed by our people on the ground. So, yun. I'm not affected at all, Karen. And I'm being honest.
And what is it? Do you pay attention to surveys? What kind of barometer are you using?
I pay more attention on the efforts of our people on the ground. I pay more attention on studying, continue studying the solutions to the humongous problems that we have right now. Because at the end of the day, it will be issues that will matter.
Issues that will matter, but are you seeing on your end a slow increase in terms of voter conversion?
Yes, we see that. And we are encouraged by that.
Okay. Now, Cebu, they say, is up for grabs. If Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte is not running, there are 3.2 million registered voters in Cebu. Have you met already with Governor Gwen Garcia or One Cebu?
Yes, we did. We paid a courtesy call on Governor Gwen, and she was gracious enough to accept us and to welcome us, just like what she does with other candidates na pumupunta sa Cebu. And to us, that's good enough, because you're graciously welcomed by the chief executive of the province. Okay yon, Karen. And para payagan kami na do our thing, as long as we do not violate the health protocols in Cebu, that's more than good enough for us.